What's up?
What's up, everybody? 2021 is here. A lot of stuff happening.
Outrageous Fun. Season 3.
That's sick. What's up, everybody?
What up? What up?
That's cool. I've never been on the receiving. I've never watched that.
Yeah. It's pretty sweet.
That was cool.
What's Gucci?
Nothing. I just remembered as I was touching this, Frankie yelled at me for touching the microphone, so I can't do that anymore. That's just. Let me ask you something. Doesn't this look like it's at an annoying angle to my face?
Sometimes I'm just need to
Like-
switch it up. Like I need to do. I
look
talk
at
with my
this thing
hands.
look at this.
You could move it.
Look at
You
this.
Just don't-
That shouldn't be wiggling, right?
Yeah,
Sometimes
but
I
you-
scooch up. I gotta switch it.
I mean, yours don't wiggle. Dylan don't wiggle.
I got an itchy
yeah,
nose.
but you've made it wiggle by constant.
First of all-
Why do you think I touch it? I touch it to fix the wiggle.
Shut up for a second. Shout out to Sabrina for making me these delicious goods because I'm newly engaged. Still, that's news. What's up? What's up?
Are you gonna still ride that?
Yeah,
whole
bitch.
thing?
Of course.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
You should.
Everyone is asking me though, like, did you guys set a date yet? And I was like, can you all shut the fuck up
Like,
for
don't
2
let-
seconds?
Don't
Damn.
let him talk to him. My mom asked me the same thing. My dad asked me today when we were going to lunch. He's like, "Is Dylan freaking out about the wedding yet?" I was like, "Honestly, no, but yeah, a little bit."
The only thing I know is that my sister's getting married in summer 2022, so sometime after that.
You could just cut her off and be a real cuck about it.
No, that's so not what I'm trying to do.
You should.
I feel
I
like
would
that's also
love-
a
I
good.
would love some
honestly,
O'Keefe
fall
drama.
2022 sounds really good.
Yeah, fall's a good time. Fall's
Fall
better than
2022
summer.
sounds really
What,
good.
We're gonna go to Philly and sweat for Kaylee. Psh, it's gonna be nice and cool
You
and
watch your
brisk.
fucking mouth.
It's gonna be brisk in your fall wedding.
It's gonna be nice.
First of all,
and
I'm
brisk.
trying to talk up your wedding.
Oh,
Not-
okay.
You know, fuck you.
Fuck Kaylee.
Trying to get my boy
What do
back.
you mean?
No, I love Kaylee, but fuck, your wedding's gonna fuck.
Your boy's
That's what I'm
gonna
trying
get,
to say.
dude. My wedding. Yikes. But
Yeah.
like, yay. But
No,
like,
big
holy
yay.
shit.
Big yikes.
Woo!
I'm petrified for your wedding.
Well, you have to make a speech.
I know. That speech is gonna be rough.
yeah.
We're gonna have to
got
have a
it.
lot of discussions about what I am and I'm not allowed to say.
No, it's gonna be-
because I'm gonna be right up on that line. I'm gonna be climbing down that rope.
I feel like
right
you
on the
should
line.
do, if I have one piece of advice for you at the beginning of all this process, I'm going to quote Owen Wilson from Wedding Crashers, speak from the heart.
Oh, I'm gonna.
Because I have a feeling that you're going to just try and go for jokes.
No.
And they're going to miss.
Do I look like you? Are you looking in a mirror? You're gonna be like, "Hey, this one time I'm trying to get in and out fast, bro." Fuck that. I'm not a speech guy.
Yeah.
But I'm terrified.
It's going to be lit.
I'm more nervous I don't care about our friends. I'm terrified to like give a speech in front of all the parents. And I don't know any
Yeah,
of
but
the
we're
Winstons.
adults now.
Yeah, I know, but it doesn't matter. They're still the parents.
Yeah.
There's going to be 90-year-olds there. Like, there will be old women there.
Yeah.
That's my bread and butter. And I'm nervous.
My dog.
I don't want them to think different of me. They will, probably, after that.
So what's up? You got a shaved face. Joe
I
in the
did.
car. I noticed Joe had a shaved face. And he goes, yeah, whenever I black out, I shave my face.
Yeah, it's true. Every time I black out and feel like a piece of shit, I shave my face. That's true.
I get it. Shaving
It's
your
just
face
you
changes
started
it
new.
up.
Yeah, you
start
started
new.
new.
Started new.
And also, you shave your face, you immediately, to the naked eye, look like you have your shit together. Like, scruff, you don't really make a judgment, but clean face, for some reason, first inkling is he probably has his shit together.
I'll
Shaved
say it.
today.
You look better with facial hair.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's always what people want to hear when your bare face is out for the first time in 2 years. That's always what they want to
I'm just
say.
letting you know. You look
Yeah,
better with it.
I agree. That's why I don't shave my face.
I forget how weird your face is.
I called Dylan a fat kid with a small dick like 12 minutes ago.
And
now
I'm
he's-
still hurting.
and Now he's still hurting.
I'm still hurting.
He doesn't. Neither of those things are true.
No, you have a beautiful face.
And you have a beautiful dick.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
So what happened? You blacked out?
Yeah, dude, I blacked out on Saturday. But it wasn't really the alcohol that was my problem. And I'm going to explain. So I went and I was kind of whatever. I went and had a couple of drinks with a buddy. After those couple of drinks, I decided to head to the city to my friend's party. And so I was still riding like a midday, like sort of like low key buzz, and then just started getting after it when I
Yeah.
got to this party. So I was just like, going in on some claws, as one would.
Yep.
At a party. And it was, I got there like 8:30. At this point, like I've been drinking. It's like a little before 12. Like it's not
Okay.
late. And then everybody kind of starts to leave the party and we're all just inside. I didn't know this, but everybody took shrooms except for
Oh.
me. Pretty much, probably there's 12 people in the room. Like at least 10 of them took shrooms.
Like
aside from me.
earlier?
Like, yeah, like an hour, maybe hour and a half prior.
Oh.
So they were just really starting to fuck everybody
Okay,
up.
okay.
So
I thought like you had gone with them since like 8:30, and you just
No, there was a lot
Gotcha.
of different facets of people. I was on the roof most of the time. Then I came inside to like whatever.
just
'cause
like
it was
y'all are
getting chilly.
tripping balls.
Yeah, but I didn't know because I was like having a bro sesh with my buddy on the roof.
Gotcha.
So I come downstairs and everybody's sitting on the couch and I'm like, this looks fun. They had a bong there. So I like ripped the bong. I'm like, this is perfect. End of the night, I'll smoke a little bit. I'll get comfy, whatever. So I smoke. I'm feeling perfect. I'm like hammered, but not like too hammered.
Sure.
Like perfect amount of hammered. But
Unicorn
pretty,
zone.
But pretty, yeah, maybe a little too
little
hammered.
past the unicorn zone.
A little bit past.
Okay.
Right. But I didn't smoke a lot. Just smoked a little bit. I'm feeling good. We're watching this weird ass music video that was clearly for people on shrooms. It was just colors and all sorts of fun shit. And I'm like in it. Like I'm into it. I'm really into it. And the lights are off in the room. It's like dark. And then this girl that was next to me, we were hanging out a little bit. No sexual situations there. Just fun gal.
Gotcha.
We like had just met and we were having a good time all night. And she was like, yo, I have the craziest weed in my purse. And I have it rolled in a joint. You want some? And now I'm like, honestly, I didn't at all. But I was just like, I didn't
Peer
at all.
pressure.
I was perfect. But I'm like,
You're vibing with this girl. You can't say no.
right. We're having a good time. I don't want to make her feel like weird for pulling it out.
Yeah.
So she pulls it out. And as she pulls out the
Also,
joint,
you don't want to be a pussy.
I'm not trying to be a pussy in front of nobody. It doesn't matter who you are.
Yeah.
So, peer pressure is real. So she pulls out this joint and she lights it. And then she starts telling me she's on shrooms because she pulls out of her bag a huge bag of mushrooms.
Damn.
Like actual mushrooms. Huge bag. I don't even know how it fit in the purse. It was so many mushrooms. It's
Shrooms
crazy.
are hot in the streets these days.
Dude, people are just trying to feel anything but reality. Because reality fucking blows right now.
Facts.
And I hear that.
Yeah.
So I take one rip of the joint and it was like so spicy. You know when like a joint's like spicy?
Okay, sure.
My tongue was like tingling. Everything was spicy. I don't think the joint was laced. I think I was just a pussy.
Sounds like it was
But
laced.
when I look back, I'm like, I remember being like, this is spicy as fuck. Like, I didn't recognize the flavor.
You smoke crack?
That's what I'm saying. Maybe, bro. I honestly don't know. DMX, what up? Maybe. R.I.P. to DMX.
Yeah, damn, bro.
I didn't mean to drop that like
Like an overdose line.
insensitive. No, I meant because do you hear the story about DMX?
No,
How he
no.
took crack? It was like somebody laced a blunt. That was the first time he did crack, and then he was addicted. But anyway, R.I.P. We love DMX.
Yeah.
Where my dog's at?
So you smoked this
I
laced?
smoked this joint,
That was
and I
maybe
took
laced.
maybe laced, and I take one rip of it, and it was the spiciness. I passed it to her.
meatball.
She passed it back, and I took like a fake kind of a rip because I was like unsure. And then for some reason, that fake rip gave me a little bit of confidence, so I ended up taking an actual rip after that.
Right.
I feel
Like a normal, like a smart person.
yeah, smart, sober guy. So I feel fine for a bit. Now I'm really getting into this music video thing.
Yeah, at
Like,
least you're with people who are tripping. So you're
Right.
full encouragement to just be as weird as fucking creepy as you want.
Right, but the problem was like I let myself go to that place mentally, and now I am like in a hole,
Right.
And I'm looking at this screen, and like I'm basically cross-eyed, and then things are moving, and everybody's like, "Whoa!" and I'm like, "Yeah, I know, right?" Like I'm fucked up. So all of a sudden, I'm like realizing like I'm gonna throw up.
Oh,
Like I got the
no,
spins,
Joe.
the TV. Not only are the colors moving, the TV is going in circles, and I'm like, "Oh no, man." I got the spins. Like, this is the worst. I got to go throw up. I got to leave. So I call an Uber immediately. I just like go, hey, peace, guys. And I just walk out the door. Dumb me. I get outside and we're in the middle of financial district and it's live as shit. Like there's people everywhere going out. It's only midnight. Like people are still getting back to their apartments and shit. So I'm like, I can't throw up right here in the street. I have to get in this Uber. Like I have to just get in the car. And I'm like, but I know it's a terrible idea, but I'm just like, fuck it, dude. Just get in the car. You're not going to throw up. You got this. Like, you got this, Joe. Face up.
Sure.
I get in the car, and the guy's like, hey, I'm like, all right. Like, I'm whatever. Got my mask on, which, by the way, when you're nauseous, mask, backseat of car, it was a minivan, too. Awful combination of
Things.
stimuli. So I'm in that stimuli. I'm in there. The second the car starts moving, I'm like, like it's over, bro. I'm gonna yak. Like that's it. But my cotton mouth is so bad from the crazy weed that I can't throw up. There's not enough moisture. There's not enough
This
moisture.
fucking guy.
I'm like locked
You
up.
got an answer for everything.
Bro, my esophagus is just like there's too much friction. Like this shit ain't coming up, and I
Okay.
couldn't throw up.
Okay.
Thank God.
Your
Thank God.
stomach is saying yes, but your throat was saying no.
Right. Like, but I'm like, so because my throat's saying no, I'm able to hold it down. You know what I mean? Like, otherwise it would have just been like projectile.
Sure.
So I'm sitting in the back seat, just like trying to close my eyes. I'm like this. I'm like, just breathing, controlling my breathing, like complete. And now I realize, so I'm like, I have to get out of this car. Like, it's to the point of no return now. We're on the highway. We're on the FDR. We're just got on the FDR. Like, we just started driving. So I'm like, I can't really talk that well because I'm pretty fucked up. So, but I was just like, yeah. So I was just like, excuse me, sir, can you please pull over? And I tried to like say that as clearly as I can. He's like, oh, do you want me to drop you off here instead? And I go, no, I'm just feeling a bit sick. Like I said it very calmly. And he was just like, oh, okay. And like whips the car, drops me off.
Where?
I have no idea. I was fucked up on fucking weed and claws,
okay,
bro.
right.
I have no idea where I was. I couldn't see shit. So I get out of the car. I think he's going to leave me. So I'm just like keeled over, with hands on my knees, just like burping and like waiting for something to happen, like just hoping something happens. Nothing happens. I turn around. I was probably there for 5-10 minutes. I turn around. The guy's still there waiting for me. I'm like, oh my God, he didn't leave me. Thank God, because no way I'm calling another Uber. So I get back in the car and the guy's like, hey, I have this bag for you. And I was like, thank you so much.
What a champion of a man.
I gave this man, I don't know what the number was because I couldn't see my phone, but I gave him whatever tip options there was. I went all the way to the right, the biggest one, whatever it was. So the guy gives me this bag. I have my head out the window, literally out the window, the whole drive. It was a 45-minute drive back to my apartment. Don't throw up. I'm like,
fascinating.
Truly one of the most challenging things I've ever done in my entire life, bro. It was insane. So this guy is like, he drops me off. I was like, thank you so much, man. I'm so sorry about the whole. He's like, oh, no problem. Get home safe. I was like, okay. I get out of the car, and now, you know, when we drive into my parking lot, like you got to park the car and you go up the stairs.
Right.
Instead of walking towards the stairs, take a hard left. There's like a bush and grass, and I just lay in the bush. Just lay right there, and I just take a nap. Like, I was just like, I can't walk. I couldn't walk.
This is like some college freshman year Dylan shit.
Bro, everything was spinning still. Like, I
you
couldn't
made
even
it home.
walk
You
straight.
couldn't go up the stairs?
Couldn't walk straight. I tried,
Fucking
and I was just
bum.
leaning. And I was like, we're going with this lean. And I went right in the bush. So I'm laying in this bush in the
Damn,
front of
bro.
my apartment building. Yeah, in front of everybody. Nobody's awake,
one's
hopefully, right? It's like 1 o'clock in the morning. I just sleep there for like 15 minutes maybe.
Sure.
And then finally I'm like, I think I could walk up the stairs. I could do this. So I get up the stairs, get into my apartment. It was rough getting in. I get inside. I go into my room, but I still feel like I'm going to yak. So I go into the bathroom. I can't yak. I'm like, okay.
I fundamentally don't understand.
It's wild. It was wild.
Pull the trigger.
I tried.
No.
I swear. I tried. It's a mental thing. I'm bad with throwing up. It scares the shit out of me, I'll be honest. So I'm there, and I'm like, dude, just go lay down. Just go lay down. I turn all my lights on in the entire apartment. I go lay down face first on my bed. I wake up at like 4:30 in the morning. Like, kind of finally not feeling nauseous. So I wake up, I eat some food. And then Matt woke up for work and thought I was just getting home. And I was not. That was a problem. And then I shaved my face in the morning because I felt like a disgusting piece of shit.
And you never threw up?
Never threw up.
That I don't get.
Never threw up. Unless I did and didn't remember it.
How hungover were you Sunday?
Really hungover.
Are you still hungover?
Yeah. Yeah. I've been just eating Tums like fucking Skittles all day. Just got like the booze
You got
burps.
agita?
Yeah, I got all that agita.
What was in that weed?
Bro, I think it was just weed. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was just weed. I'm just a bit of a pussy.
Yeah, that's
It was rough.
damn.
Yeah, that's not the first time that's happened to me. Frankie's been there for a couple of those sessions. Sometimes when I drink too much and I smoke, just bad things happen. My body shuts down.
Well, you haven't been fucked up like that in a minute.
I don't get fucked up anymore. That's the thing. It was still fun though up until the Uber situation. I had a great night.
That Uber, the fact that guy waited for you.
Honestly, dude, I can't even put it into words because this never happens to me when I drink. Like, I'm never helpless. I could not have called another Uber. Like, I couldn't even look. I couldn't see shit. I was like fucked up.
Damn.
Yeah.
I would love to know where because if you're just on the side of the FDR.
Yeah, it was probably just somewhere in like Upper Manhattan or Midtown Manhattan, like the middle of the railroad. Like it was like right under the railroad, you know.
I can't believe
sketchy.
you didn't throw up.
I know, me too.
That's unreal. Good
Yeah.
for you though.
Oh, so happy I didn't throw up.
Stomach and throat, that thing's confusing, but
Yeah.
good for you.
Yeah. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
I had a pretty good weekend. I'm just gonna tell like a quick story or two. We hung out with like all Delaware people. Haven't seen them in forever. It was just so nice seeing people. Like, it's been a year since I've seen some of these people. We're fucking turning up. We're having a great time. Very funny, different moments happened at this party, and it's just when there's something when you hang out with college friends.
I hear you.
Like college friends, like the way that you know your college friends, like especially me, like these people have seen me in like my element. You know what I mean? Like if you meet me nowadays and then I tell you, it's just like it's hard to see that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So these
'Cause you-
people just know me.
You had one objective at all times back
It
in
was
the day.
getting that fucked up.
It
that
was
you just,
it was doing what I
that
just
was
accidentally
what
did
Joe
and hated.
just accidentally did and shaved his face for was my favorite thing to do 4 nights a week.
Yeah, dude, that sucked.
I used to love waking up in bushes, and then I would wake up and like go to the fucking like cafeteria and like tell everyone how hilarious it was.
because
And
it
people-
was
at the time.
right.
Your environment tells all. Mm-hmm. So anyway, we're all on the roof. We're all hanging out. We're like people are fucked up and we're taking pictures. And all the guys, all the boyfriends, fiancés, husbands, all gather around and are taking this picture. And everyone's like, smile over here. All the girls are like, smile over here, smile over here. And it gets like quiet for 1 second. Katie O'Brien just goes, she just goes, ladies, we fuck these men. And then, like, everyone starts dying laughing. And then someone fucking whispers to me. He didn't even whisper. He said, like, pretty loud, but it was so loud that everyone else was, like, having a good time. He just looks over at me and this other dude, and he just goes, wait, she's fucking you guys? It was unreal.
Bro, that's like that's like a automatic laugh for like a group of guys.
Yeah.
You throw in like some like sexual acknowledgement into the mix and it's just chuckle
It
city.
was real. When she said that, I was fucking dying.
Dude, that's
laughing.
hilarious.
Dying
Katie's funny
laughing.
bitch.
So, where do we want to start here?
Where I don't give a fuck, dude.
Let's open up with the whoring 20s. Okay? Cuz I've been saying
Sure.
the whoring 20s. I didn't even think about the whoring 20s, and your fucking ex was featured in an article in the New York Post.
Yeah.
I need your comment on that.
This is like my second time talking about my ex this week. We talked about it on the Send It show. By the way, we're going to be on the Send It show in 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, let's rock.
So,
but yeah,
the
that
New York
bitch
Post
was in
wrote an
there.
article that New York City singles ready for slutty summer of casual sex as COVID-19 vaccinations rise.
Yo, the wording of this article is just very sexually forward
Oh
and
yeah,
aggressive.
and Serena fucking Kerrigan was in it, and
Yep.
she was basically just like, "We're gonna slut it the fuck up,
Yeah,
single
people just want to fuck.
Yeah,
I can imagine her saying, people just want to fuck. People are horny and they want to fuck.
yeah.
That's
This is
like
not
that-
cuffing season; it's fucking
It's
season.
fucking season. Don't mix it up. Fucking, I guess it's gonna be. But you know, I don't know. I feel like people I talk to, maybe it's because our group of friends is like sadder, but like I've talked to people and nobody. No, wait, let me finish.
What?
Let me finish.
We
let me
got
finish.
sad friends.
No, maybe a couple. But I feel like people are looking for. People feel lonely. I feel
Yeah.
like. So the friends that I have that are not single are in, like, you know, they're in their thing. My friends that I have that are single aren't like looking to fuck around. I feel like
they're
from what
looking for love.
right, they're looking for love.
Well, you know what's funny? In the article, there's a video of some fucking random talk show. I don't know where they got this talk show from.
Yeah, it
It
has
was a
nothing
video,
to do with the whole
and
article.
it was a whole thing about like casual, like bringing back dating and how hard it is to date, and like it was so hard to date, and like what can people expect? And they're like, put yourself back out there and really try. And then the whole article was about being a slut. I was
Yeah.
like, this shit is not making sense here.
I refreshed the article like 4 times because I thought I missed.
It was like an advertisement.
right. I
for-
thought it was like.
Fuck that.
Are you good? Did you hear that? Did everybody else hear that? That scared the absolute bejesus.
Yeah,
out of
that
me.
scared me. Scared me. But anyway.
Wow.
I
guess Frankie didn't like that one.
So I guess
No.
yeah, you would know more than I. Single.
Well, that's just the
people
vibe I'm getting.
are sad.
Not that it's. I mean, I was kind of being dramatic when I said sad, but like, I don't get the vibe that all my friends are trying to like go out and like crush ass, like let's fuck.
I guess it's
Like I don't get that vibe at all, and I would very clearly
Yeah,
be
you would get
portrayed
that vibe.
Yeah, people always are trying to give me that vibe. Are we done with the echo situation?
Try.
You know,
I
I'm
would
just not
say,
getting that vibe, and I
say-
feel
say-
as if I
say.
feel as if I would know.
If I was trying to fuck.
You.
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, I'm not trying to fuck. I was just trying to do a weird echo thing.
I know.
I feel like it's more maybe like a younger person thing.
Maybe everybody in this article was like 23.
Yeah,
But, like,
if you
guess
were like
what?
a 22-year-old and your senior year of college was like taken away, and then you're definitely trying to fuck.
But guess what though? Like 23-year-olds were always just trying to fuck.
Well,
as
let's
long
say
as
this.
I've been alive.
Let's say this, dude. Serena fucking Kerrigan, who is literally your ex.
So strong.
She's your ex, bitch.
She's my ex.
She dumped your ass on camera
She dumped my ass. She ghosted me. It was
She
really what
ghosted you.
happened. Yeah.
in front of millions of people.
Hundreds of thousands.
Maybe tens.
Maybe
of
tens
thousands.
of thousands. Let's not get dramatic.
Even
yeah.
maybe less.
Maybe less.
She still dumped your ass.
Correct, yeah,
And
happened.
she's going to slut it up. Are you going to slut it up to revenge, slut up her, slut up?
I mean, if we're both going to be slutting up, we're probably going to bump into each other, in which case...
I actually
Revenge
thought about
is-
that.
is-
If you saw her in person, and I was like, I don't even know if she'd recognize you. No offense.
No, she wouldn't recognize me. She
That
dated
happens so-
100 dudes.
Yeah.
I would recognize her. Maybe. Maybe not.
You would recognize her.
I don't know. Height's a weird thing. I mean, trust
Yeah,
me.
that's
I
a good
met...
excuse.
No, it is. I've met a lot of girls.
Give my man a weird joint. He's not going to be able to fucking notice
see
anyone.
anything. Yeah, it depends what stage of the night I'm in. I might not recognize my fucking self. But no, dude, not a lot, but a lot of the girls that I've dated I've met via online channels.
Yeah.
And someone's height completely, like your assumption of their height or what their proportions are completely shapes like what they look like in your brain. Like I remember going on a date with a girl that I met on Hinge, and she was like she put like 5'5" on her profile, but she was like 5'8", 5'9" or something like that.
Oh, she tried to sneaky that ass.
Right. And I was like fine with her height, but like when she showed up, I straight up didn't recognize her at all. I was just like,
Well, you're expecting someone 5'5", and you get a giant.
right, but I mean her face is the same face. Like it didn't even
Right.
I couldn't even see her face because
She
like
was so
the
tall.
right. So like the proportions are different.
Well, her
Like,
head was a
Like, how
a full
tall?
head higher than what you expected her head to be.
right. How tall is Serena Kerrigan? Do we even know?
No.
Exactly. So like I'm picturing her as like 5'2". What if she's 5'7"?
Okay, so
You know.
so we're saying that we're slutting it up this summer is not maybe in the cards for everyone.
Not for
People are
everybody.
still looking for love.
Right. I don't
We're-
think I'm gonna slut it up. Not fully, not on purpose. I'm not gonna go out to slut it up. I
Yeah.
may end up doing that because love is a fickle whore. But I don't know.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. I think we're more thinking like, when I think of like slutting it up, I think of the Jersey Shore and like Mike the Situation at like 28, 29 years old.
Yeah.
Still funny that we're 28 and we're still not as old as Pauly D and the Situation as they went on the Jersey Shore in the first season.
Dude, 29? Could you imagine? And they were in a house with a 21-year-old kid, Vinny,
Yeah.
and what, 22-year-old girls? I mean,
And
I
they
guess
were-
22-year-old girls is whatever, but it's also not.
How do you feel about that?
I mean, I've dated younger girls before, as long as they're like legal
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
older than at this point, it's like drinking age is about the bare minimum.
Right.
Because I tried that. Remember, I tried the under the drinking age thing. It just didn't make anybody feel good about anything. Yikes. But no, I have no problem with like dating younger girls.
Right.
But like the whole situation of being in a house and like
Yeah, yeah.
that's just
I mean, I
gross.
feel like people are definitely gonna slut it up this summer.
I think they will.
We're going to if you go to like Sandbar, people are just gonna be like hooking up left and right.
Yeah, they are.
There's gonna be mad just like skank ass makeouts.
There was an
it's
example.
gonna be
in-
fun to see.
It is going to be fun to see. That's honestly the best people watching. Did you see the story they cited in the article of like some couple this guy and this girl got kicked out of a restaurant because they were banging in the bathroom and they had just met outside like happenstancely, like they both happened to be like smoking a cigarette or something outside.
I mean, if
and
there's
they
anything I know about the New York Post, they may have just made that up just for
totally don't fucking steal the fun story from the New York Post, bro.
Right.
What are you doing?
They slid it up in the bathroom and fuck
Yeah.
and met outside.
Have you ever had bathroom sex before?
No, I'm not a public sex guy.
Oh, it's fun.
I don't find the fun in it. I like to be comfortable. God forbid.
Yeah, but just for like the thrill of like you're at like a wedding and you go in the bathroom and like have a little roll around. Nothing.
Not for me. Maybe now. I'm feeling more
You go to
adventurous
sleep
nowadays.
what, like 8:30?
I do. 7:45 actually.
Cool.
I wear pajama pants, long sleeve, and tuck it in.
Steel cut oatmeal for breakfast.
You know it.
Nice.
5 a.m.
Nice.
Cup of tea.
Take out your teeth before you go to bed.
I do.
Nice.
I brush my gums.
Gross. Oh man.
I'm gonna whore it up this summer too with my fucking sick ass fiance. We're gonna
There you
slut
go.
it up all over the
Yeah,
city.
have some bathroom sex this year.
Yeah, we
that's
will.
That's what I'm trying to encourage you to be
yeah,
a little
yeah,
adventurous.
We're gonna slut it up too.
Goddamn.
We got the vaccine. We're gonna all the singles slutting it up. The
Dude, I
couples
love.
are gonna slut it up
I've
too.
been loving the memes that it's like, yo, I got the vaccine means we don't have to wear a condom. Like it's fucking hilarious.
I haven't seen that shit.
Oh, they're so great. The content's been excellent for the Whoring 20s. Whoring 20s is like the most catchy. It's got to be the most catchy I don't know
It
what
is
you would
really
call
catchy.
that. That's
I don't know
catchy as
how I
fuck.
didn't think of that either.
Yeah, you're like a. That seems like
I was
something
just
you
saying
totally
the Roaring
think of.
20s.
Roaring
Roaring
20s
20s.
is perfect.
Yeah.
Then, perfect. But yeah, no, there will be some sluttiness for sure.
The vaccine just. But then the vaccine, what is this one?
There's
You
a
got
whole shitstorm. I put this in here. I saw
Johnson and
another
Johnson
problem
shits
with that.
happened. Weird shit.
Dude, Johnson shots no bueno. Apparently, my dad I think got Johnson & Johnson. Yeah, Dad got Johnson & Johnson. So this, I mean, I didn't even read this article really, but you can just talk about it generally.
I read it. He got the shot and then he went to the hospital. That
Yeah,
was the
like
story.
badly, right? That was it. But
And I've actually heard in clinic of people getting the vaccine and then getting COVID.
yeah, well, I getting it. So I heard that people are getting it, but that I feel like was kind of to be expected, almost like the flu shot. Like you can still
Yeah.
get it, but it's supposed to be lesser.
Exactly.
But apparently, the strain in I don't think I saved this article, but there's a strain in like South Africa, I think it is.
Every country got a strain.
But apparently, that strain in this, you could fact check this
Sure.
shit. I just saw this headline. Apparently, that particular strain you get worse if you had the Johnson & Johnson shot. Like they're finding out like you get sicker if you've had the shot, which is probably not what your vaccine should be doing.
I mean, I don't know, dude. I got the vaccine. I was fine. Most people get the vaccine and are fine. I feel like there's going to be anomalies. That sucks if you're an
Right.
anomaly.
Yeah.
But most people should be able to get it and then slut it up.
Oh, slut it
But
up.
some people are
You
getting
can
it
slut
and getting
up,
hospitalized.
Slut it up regardless. Have you seen South Florida? Nobody's getting vaccines down there. They're fucking in the streets.
They are fucking in the streets.
All over the streets.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know what's happening with and then I also saw that Texas, Fauci said he's like, I don't know why there's no large increase of COVID-19 after they released the mask mandate or some shit. I don't know why.
He doesn't know anything ever. He never knows why anything's going on. It's very
know.
confusing.
I went down some weird Fauci rabbit holes.
I know. I've been on a huge anti-Fauci like rabbit hole of like shit I'm reading. I can't find anything good about him. I'm trying to find information. All I keep finding is like Fauci's fucking stupid. Like I can't avoid it. It's in
it's
your
a
face.
lot, or it's just like. It's either Fauci's so stupid or just like an absurd Jesus-like glorification of him, which is no one deserves that much praise.
Nobody deserves that praise, and also like there's no like reasoning for it. Like he's like
I feel like Fauci rose to power just because it was like Trump was acting so fucking ridiculous during the OG time, and Fauci was like the one person that was
level
like, who
guy.
can we? And it was like no one knew who the fuck he was prior to that happening.
but
you know
he
what I
still
mean?
had the same position.
He had the same position,
Right.
but he was thrusted onto the national platform.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it was just like the people who hated Trump that were like pissed at the shit he was saying during the press conferences thought he was like the guy who they could trust, which
Right.
like I was one of those people. I was just like, what is this dude saying? He's the guy who's blah, blah, blah. And then as time goes
Then
by,
Plandemic comes out.
Plandemic comes out, I
And all the
watch
shit.
Plandemic, and then it's just downhill from there, of
Right.
course.
Right. And yeah.
Honestly, amazing how quick people are able to produce such crazy documentaries.
Oh, it's insane.
I feel like I watched Plandemic like 3 days into the pandemic.
Plandemic. Yeah. Oh,
So
easy. It was
quickly.
like the second day I was
Yeah.
locked at home.
It was
That's
like-
and think about how fucking that snowballed into reading everything else.
Yeah.
That was a fun time.
That was not. Yeah, that was that's a
If you
fucking
just let it go-
weird time to think about. I haven't been
Very.
thinking about it at all.
I vividly have
We're
memories.
like a year out, and like
I know.
a year ago this time, like we were in lockdown.
I have vivid memories, like, because I was working from home, and I would be like in my pajamas, like not wearing a shirt, up against my leather couch, editing videos of our conspiracies, and I just remember them getting me so worked up that I would just start like sweating down my back because I was like touching leather, and I just remember feeling like drips of sweat, and I was just like, oh my god, dude, you're getting intense right now. Like we were just in it.
We were getting intense.
Yeah,
there
it was fun
um,
shit.
I watched a full like a 10-12 minute thing from The Hill about it's hard to like say it all, but it was about like the
Hill does a good
Wuhan
job.
lab and how like the US was like funding the Wuhan lab, and then the guy, Frankie, I feel like knows all
Yeah.
this, so fill this. But I want to see if I can regurgitate it, and then you could fill in the rest. The guy who was in charge of doing the investigation at, like, with the Wuhan lab or whatever, is the president of the foundation that funds the research or something like that, which is like a huge conflict of interest.
Yeah, basically.
He like funds it, so
Yeah.
his money is like dependent on it being safe, and he did
Well,
and
yeah, like China did their own investigation.
and then he was just like, and then he went on 60 Minutes, and they were like, how do you know that, like, China, like, it's all good? And he was like, well, China told us. And he's like, China said this, China did that, China did this, China did that. And it was just like, well, you didn't do anything. He's like, well, we can only go so far.
Right.
So the only reason that we say that it wasn't made from a China lab is because China was just like, no, trust us.
Exactly.
Correct.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We watched, I don't remember what it was, but we watched this thing where the guy compared it to if the Soviet Union conducted the investigation of Chernobyl when the nuclear
Right.
thing exploded. And yeah, it's the same thing. Like China did their own investigation, just gave the findings to the WHO. The WHO. The WHO. So yeah, now that's dumb.
What percentage of the American public do you think thinks that the coronavirus came from the lab?
A lot.
50? Do you think everyone that voted for Trump thinks it came from a lab?
I think people on both sides think it came from the lab. I don't think that's just a conservative view. Like, there's the fucking ex-CDC
So what
director said
percentage?
it came from a lab,
Right.
like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And he said the fucking, he said, like, that, his argument for why it
Right, we
did
talked about
was way more, made way more sense than the fucking WHO's argument of why it didn't. Because the WHO's argument of why it didn't is because China told us. That's the dumbest shit I ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
Makes no sense. So, like, I think a lot of people think that.
And then it was basically
but
like
also-
the U.S. was also not supposed to be. We were like not supposed. There was another layer of it where we were not supposed to be funding it because it was like dangerous research. Like in 2014, we did this
Yeah,
thing
well-
where we said we weren't going to fund it, and then we're sneaky funding it. So like the U.S. was like funding that lab.
Did you watch Plandemic?
Yeah, but it's so long ago.
I think in Plandemic they said that it was like an agreement. Like the U.S. was gonna fund the lab, but it was gonna be placed in Wuhan, China. This way, if there was a break, like if there was a leak of some sort of biological problem, like a pandemic or whatever, if that happened, China could say it was America's fault, and America could say it was China's fault. And they were both right. Like it was equally both of their faults. Because they were doing this research in this lab. The guy, even the ex-CDC director, he's like, I don't think it was a biological weapon. I just like viruses get out. Like it happens. Like this shit's contagious. I mean, I'm not a doctor. That's the argument that makes most sense so far to me. Oh, that's cool. Frankie's got both our faces on the thing there.
Dope.
Sweet. But yeah, I mean, it could be. I have no idea. But fucking, you know.
Why don't we know though?
Exactly. It's been a year. We have no idea.
Or like it's not.
We're still talking about
Sagar,
it.
the
Like,
guy from The Hill, was basically just like the media doesn't. I'm becoming more conservative as time goes by. That's what I'm getting at.
every day.
Every day I get more conservative. I was
Yeah,
talking
but-
to someone this weekend. Like, I obviously know COVID's real, but I made the joke of like every day that goes by, I think COVID is a liberal hoax more and more.
And that's like hyperbolic, but it's also like
Yeah,
you're
like
kind
I'm
of being
fucking
honest.
around because
Yeah.
obviously I know it's like a real thing.
Of course,
that
it's
happens,
fucking real.
But
course it's
also.
real. It's hilarious
Because
watching
the
you,
extent
watching you like think about something and just be like, I'm conservative. It happens all the time. It's like, get me a red hat.
Yeah,
Fuck.
dude,
It's
for
hilarious.
real.
It's hysterical watching you. Oh,
It's
it is. It's very confusing.
the news is fucked up, dude.
It's fucked.
Sucks you in.
It sucks you in.
If you don't know if you're getting your sources from if you get your source from like the places where you think that you would, if I was going to watch the news, if I was not a news person in America, and then I was like, I need to watch the news, you would fucking turn on the news and you just get this fucking skewed ass bullshit.
Oh yeah.
And then if you're not getting that news, you're going on weird dark webs and
Because
getting
you're like, well, I gotta find the facts.
Yeah.
And you might find some facts, but you also
The tr-
might find some
Yeah, a
other
little bit,
fucking
yeah.
wild shit.
there's no goddamn middle.
No, there's no middle, bro. There's no middle because like they got us by the dicks, dude. They can tell us whatever they want. Like doesn't matter. Each side. We're
Mad
at their
annoying.
whim, bro. We're at their whim. We
don't-
just are waiting for information. They're just giving us fucking nonsense all over the place.
It sucks
It's
that
crazy.
we're so stupid.
I know, but or are we
This
smart?
No,
no, we're
we're
not. We're
stupid.
You're right.
Well, not stupid. We're smart for being inquisitive,
Right.
but
We're not smart enough to be the ones making
also-
the decisions and calling the
Yeah,
making
and
the
also
facts.
like, where are we?
What do you mean? Like,
Where are we?
what do you mean?
Where the fuck are we, dude? They won't give us the truth.
I don't know, bro.
Are we in prison or something?
Maybe,
Where the fuck are we?
dude.
That
right.
they won't just be like, all right, yeah, like, you're a dude. I helped with shit. Like, here's what happened.
Yeah,
and they're
you
just
think.
like, no.
No, we got to find out shit for ourselves and do like research.
And I just
Fucking-
pay taxes to this place? Eat
Right.
my ass.
because we're thankful for living here. Fuck you. This place sucks right now. Yo, that thing Frankie told us last week. Frankie, what was that thing with the 6 feet apart for the
What was that?
the fucking
What was that?
the chips for the vaccine being a chip like
Oh
the
my God, let's not get into that.
I don't want to
No,
get into it.
come on,
but it's so
We're here
fun.
already.
It's so fun.
That was
Honestly, we were
ridiculous.
we were
But
talking
yeah,
about
we
someone.
read this ridiculous conspiracy.
This
theory.
guy was like, listen, you don't understand. When they bring the drones out with the 5G scanners, and it initiates like all these people, everyone that has the virus is going to become sick when they're going to initiate the
that's the guy.
sequence of this like technology in the vaccine. Like,
Bro, let me tell you something. Like these conspiracies typically get me really angry, but this guy, just to paint this picture, it was like, you ever see Back to the Future, of course.
Yeah.
All right, that doctor.
Yeah.
What was that guy's name?
Christopher Nolan. Christopher Walken. Christopher
No, in the movie.
Doc Watson.
Dr.
Doc-
Watson. Yeah, I think that was it. No?
No.
That's from Sherlock Holmes.
Doc-
Watson.
Doc Antle.
Or whatever. The fucking guy.
Yeah.
The scientist
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Back to the Future. All right, picture him black,
Oh,
the gray hair, but a black guy.
okay.
So that's the vibe you're getting.
Right.
Glasses, the whole shebang. That was the visual, and this guy was speaking this whole conspiracy just on a rant so calmly and
That's how they
confidently.
fucking get you.
It was like therapy. I was like listening to it. I was just trying to poke holes in everything he said. I'm like, this guy's making a lot of sense. Like,
So it's-
goddamn.
so what
It's
it
really
said-
fun to watch. It was really fun to listen to.
Vaccine. Then they flip a
awesome.
switch.
Yeah, it was like, why do you think social distancing? It was like this is the thing that I was talking about. He goes, social distancing, 6 feet apart. He's like, you know how far the virus travels if you breathe? 29 feet. Why the fuck would you stand 6 feet apart? Doesn't do nothing. That don't do shit. 6 feet? What's 6 feet? That don't do shit. Why do you think you sit 6 feet apart? So that when you get this vaccine, they can take you have to be 6 feet apart for the computers to like scan your shit, like learn about it. Was this whole fucking thing where I was
Lose
just
me
like,
there.
I was just watching like,
Interesting.
this is crazy.
Frankie, how hard are you
was
not
wild.
getting the vaccine?
so fucking hard. Yo, you want to fucking laugh?
I was
Yeah?
about to schedule my vaccine today, and then this shit came out about the people with the thing. I'm like, I don't know, man.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, how are you going to slut it up this summer then? You're just going to
I've
spread
been
it?
you wanna-
slutting it up this whole goddamn
All
time.
right.
I mean,
You guys want to laugh?
Yeah.
Not my current, but one of my previous dealers of marijuana hits me with a Snapchat. Not kidding. Legitimate vaccine cards. It's like 15 a piece.
Oh my God.
I'm like,
That's
oh my God,
fucking
this is a
unreal.
fucking thing now.
It's,
really? That's
dude,
interesting.
vaccine cards are so fucking easy to duplicate.
I
It's-
mean,
dude, you want
easy.
to?
They're a piece
I
of
forgot
paper.
to bring mine to the thing. I forgot to bring mine to my second dose because I thought it was the next day. Like I thought it was on Wednesday, but it was actually on Tuesday. And they called me and were like, "Hey, Dylan, like you have your appointment at 7:45. Can you actually come in at 7:15 because we want to get out of here early?" I was like, "LOL, I thought it was tomorrow. See you soon." And I didn't have my card. And then they were just like, "Just fill it in yourself."
yeah. They don't give
And I was
a
like,
shit.
"What do I fill it in?" They were just like, "Fill in the date and then just like initial here."
That's like someone saying, that's like you walking up to a bar and you're 16 and you're like, no, I'm 21. They're like, okay, you have an idea? You're like, nah. And they're just like, all right, here's a crayon and a fucking card.
write
like,
something down.
Draw a picture.
Come on,
Draw a
man.
picture, write 21.
Wait, so they don't put it into like a computer of some sort?
How could they? It's a piece of paper with like scribble on
No,
it.
no,
Do
but I'm
not-
saying,
I
like,
imagine that they're keeping a record of me.
I'm sure you're in a database
turn me
somewhere.
on.
But when you're,
I'll say this. I'll
to
say this.
turn
I'll say
you
this.
on.
When I do get turned on, I'm gonna take you fuckers out.
Are
And
you
it's
gonna
probably
kill
not
us?
gonna be my fault
What do you-
because
are you gonna get? Do you think they're gonna turn you on for like battle?
yeah,
And you think you're gonna come for us first? Is that
yeah,
what you're
because
saying?
like
Why?
you guys are like enemies because you won't take the vaccine. So I'm sorry in advance if I kill you.
Good. All right. Well, good thing.
I'm sorry.
Good thing you're like weaker than us. So like we could kick that ass. But if you're with a bunch of like
Yeah, but what if I get zombie
bots,
powers?
you and Emily might be a problem.
What if I
That
get
bitch is like
zombie
a spider
powers?
monkey?
Yeah,
you
she
get
is-
zombie strength. You think they could activate like
I do.
zombie strength?
I do think they can.
fuck?
Yeah.
That's scary.
I'm going to kill you.
Joe, how poetic
Where
would that,
are we?
would that demise
I don't know.
be? That demise, like my. Sorry, I just smacked the mic. That demise, like my best friend, like we've overcome so much this year, and it
Hey.
comes to like he gets the vaccine, I don't, and I get murdered by him. Fucking.
That's the
damn.
ticket.
I'm probably gonna get the vaccine eventually. I just might wait a couple months. Like shit, it's not that crazy.
I would say, I mean, I just don't. If I feel like if the more conspiracy, like the Epstein stuff would have came to fruition by now if I was going to get activated. You know what I mean?
Right. Which Epstein
All
stuff?
of it.
You want to bring it back?
I'm just saying, like, there's been so many conspiracy theories and, like, none of them ever come to fruition.
Well, the Epstein stuff is
Like, I'm pretty sure there's still people out there who think, like, Donald Trump is going to be re-inaugurated in, like, another month.
in another month.
Probably.
No way.
Dude, there's definitely still people, like,
There is
still
no,
holding on to
How
that.
could you possibly?
Are you we can find them.
No, but how
It's
could?
gonna be hard. We're gonna have to
There's
use
no
a
way those people.
torrent.com.
There's no way.
It's gonna be hard to find them, but
Torrent.
it won't be on Facebook.
Remember torrents?
Yeah,
Torrents are cool. LimeWire and shit.
I'm just saying.
Sick. There's no way those people exist. There's just no. How could
People forget that we stormed the Capitol this year.
Yeah, we did storm the Capitol this year.
Those
But
people-
that was also while Donald Trump was still in office.
Yeah, but then
He's
there was
since been
There was
impeached.
Oh yeah, whatever happened with that?
He got off.
Oh, he got off. Did he?
We said got off.
Yes.
He was let off. That's what.
He was
Yeah.
not voted. In,
Right.
Like, yeah.
Right. He did not get
Acquitted.
impeached. They
Acquitted.
attempted to impeach. He didn't get impeached. Yeah, he
Right.
got acquitted. Yeah, yeah. So
That's
and the criminal charges too, I guess, right?
That double peach. He got the double
Yeah,
peach.
he got the double peach.
He got the double peach off twice.
Yeah, so he's 0 for 2, or he's 2 for 2. Good for
Depending on how
him.
you look at it.
Yeah, batting 1,000.
I
No, yeah, batting 1,000, or yeah, batting 1,000. I think it would be the best
Yeah.
analogy for that.
Yeah.
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 What's next?
Uh.
What a fun chat that was.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I love having
I was
fun
feeling kind
chats.
of feeling kind of dry in the
When?
beginning of the pod. I was gonna suggest we got high just to spice it up, but we just spiced it up.
Oh, I don't know if I can get high for like another week after that whole weekend I had. I'll tell you what, like before we went to the aquarium when I was hungover as fuck on Sunday, and we smoked, and I had this dreadful fear that I was gonna like reactivate my like nightmare from last night, and I kind of got a little nauseous, and it started to happen. I was just like, oh no, but we were good. But
I
got
cannot believe you didn't throw up.
me neither. Ted
I don't.
Mosby, bro.
I also don't believe that you stop pretending you're Ted Mosby. But anyway,
Dude, Frankie and Sabrina, Frankie and his girlfriend, my brother, they're watching How I Met, and they at least once a week I get like a text or a Snapchat or like a phone call, be like, "You're Ted Mosby, bro." I'm like, "Yeah, I know."
it doesn't
All right.
help that me and Emily are aggressively Marshall. And Lily.
Aggressively Marshall and Lily, and they're even Marshall and Lily. Frankie's basically Jason Segel. He looks like him. People used to one time somebody stopped him in the middle of the street. Frankie was driving. They thought he was Jason Segel.
Really?
Yes.
Really, Frankie?
Yes. Also, I was at a bar in Prague, and some very large black man who did not speak much English. He just kept. I'm not kidding. Like, this is 3 a.m. He asked my friend Brian. He literally grabs me by the face. He goes, Marshall, 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 and literally like there's videos of this guy like buying me multiple drinks, thinking I was genuinely, and they're like, yeah, he's Marshall, because they would joke about me being him. And yeah, they kept it going. And this guy genuinely, I'm pretty sure he took 100 pictures with me thinking. I don't think he ever realized I wasn't him.
That's fun.
Dude, that's an awesome story.
That is an
Me
awesome
and
story.
it reminded me of another awesome story of Frankie. Me, Frankie, and it might have just been, I forget who else we were with, Frankie, but we went out clubbing one night, like back in the day, way back in the day, and what? Oh, whatever. We went out clubbing, and we met this girl,
We're
and
with Justin, J. Cole.
we were with J. Cole. Is that who we're with? And somehow Frankie convinced this girl that he was Drew from the Chainsmokers or Alex.
No. I was DJing at Marquee, and we were leaving. I'm like, hold on. I just need to pee really badly. I'll meet you outside. I literally go pee. I come outside. They go, oh, here he is. I'm like, what's up? They go, hey, what's up, Drew? I'm like, what's going on? He goes,
Oh, yeah.
And then You guys had already spoke to
We
this girl.
had told her. I think we had told her that Frankie
I was just
in the
confused. I'm like,
Chainsmokers.
and I'm just like, who's Drew? They're like, yeah, he's very humble. He doesn't like to. I'm like, fuck you. Who's Drew? And then they just like kept going, and
So then we all leave. Whatever. I remember we were like sitting outside. I think we might have smoked cigarettes or something. We were like hanging outside with this girl. They're
This
talking
episode
whatever.
is debaucherous.
I know what is going on. So I remember they exchanged numbers, and Frankie was like, I can never text this girl again. She thinks I'm Drew from the Chainsmokers. Like, this is it. So every like time Chainsmokers were touring and they were like coming to New York or whatever, the girl would text Frankie thinking she was talking to Drew from the Chainsmokers. She'd be like,
unreal.
oh, like I was at your show. Like, you guys killed it. Like, ridiculous shit, dude.
I blocked her number.
You had to, dude. Just end that on like the positive note. She never found out. Unless she, by some weird chance, listens to our very niche podcast.
No, she don't.
She don't.
She don't.
Definitely not.
What do you want to talk about next, bro?
Let's see. Oh,
Should we stay on should we do the border since we're talking about politics?
we got the border on here?
Yeah, you
we
put
do have
some
the border. We could do the
stuff.
border. I mean, I honestly wasn't. Yeah, fuck it. We could talk about the border.
We're talking about politics.
Yeah, let's talk about the border. Fuck it.
The border.
What you got for me on the border, Dill?
It seems like it's wild down there.
It seems wild. Yeah.
It seems like there's just
from reading the
it's a free for all and something the cartels down there. If I had to tell you what was happening at the border, because Joe Biden got elected, I think everyone in Central America is like, time to go.
Mhm.
And they're
Windows open.
we got to go. And they're all trying to get in, but there's enormous backup and something with the cartel, and they're somehow making a shit ton of money. And then that's what I would
I'm
say.
sure that's happening. I'm sure the cartel is somehow profiting. Well, they're
there's-
also probably getting drugs
There's kids in
across the border and
cages,
shit.
but there's also been kids in cages since Obama. Obama put
Yeah.
kids in cages. Trump had kids in cages.
Yeah.
Biden
Now
has
they're
kids in
just
cages.
different looking cages. Yeah.
They're all in cages.
Did
There's
you
always
see
kids in cages.
Did you see the quote from the White House press secretary, the new one,
The redhead?
the redhead who I low-key have a crush on a little bit? But
Nice.
Jen Psaki.
yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard her
It's like
say
a
much,
bride
but
of Chucky. But
yeah, but I have a weird redhead thing. I don't know how to explain
You
it.
do
but
have a weird
I know.
redhead
I don't
thing.
know how to explain it.
I think it's just a weird redhead thing.
That's exactly how it is. That's how
Hey.
you explain it.
You're welcome. Thanks.
So she had a quote not that long ago where she was like, "I'm sure you're not insisting that we're keeping children in these cages like at a like not COVID safe environment." And then like the pictures that people were like taking, they're like laying next to each other in like an aisle in like
Yeah.
a row, like on top of each other. It's just like, and they won't let people go there to take pictures and shit. It's very odd. It's like, yo, we already know
Yeah,
that
but
it's fucked up. Like, fix it, dude.
the one thing with I just don't know how do you. It seems like it's like just a shit show, and I'm like, all right, maybe they need some time to fix it. People are like, fucking fix it, and it's like,
Right.
well, if thousands of people show up at the border, it's gonna take a sec.
Right, but
they're
also,
also
like,
not being.
they shouldn't. There
it's
shouldn't
the whole
be,
thing of they're just not being very. I mean, the theme of everything nowadays, and it's probably been the theme forever, is they're not being very upfront with what's going down.
They're not being upfront. and
They're covering
also-
it up.
But also, like, there's the cover up, but there's like the lack of acknowledgement that, hey, maybe, just maybe, we shouldn't have like hundreds of thousands of people sprinting at the border trying to get into a country ever. Like, we have hundreds of thousands of people just trying to just walk into America. That's a lot of fucking people.
Yeah.
Like, what do you expect to happen? You can't like plan for that, no matter what you do. So, like, maybe fix the dumb stance that you had where you're just like open borders. Maybe fix that first and like put some order in place.
I think
before.
I watched a video another hill because I was like, I don't know what the fuck's going at the border. I don't think I've ever known. It was Obama
I feel
had
like nobody
cages,
ever knew.
Trump had the cages. No, Trump did the cages, but it's actually Obama's cages. And it's like, well, Obama just had the cages, but he didn't put the kids in the cages. But Trump had the kids in the cage and separated. And it's just like, well, all the kids are in the cages and they've been in the cage.
Right.
What the fuck?
Right.
Why are the kids in the cage at all?
Right.
Doesn't matter who was in charge of it.
Did you see you see what's happening with like we talked about it on Send It Show, but the Alex Jones thing? That
where
was
he went down there?
Yeah, so that I didn't realize what it was when we were talking about it because I hadn't seen the video. So that was Alex Jones was like on the news recently because there was a truck full of children like from one of those like taking them to a facility, like one of the cage facilities. And he was like, and I guess it's against Texas state law in some way. So he was stopping the car, but like that first of all, that video is it's troubling kind of, but it's also hysterical because it's just so much chaos.
Frankie, can you pull it up?
Yeah, do pull that up. Pull that Alex Jones video up.
But yeah, I think I watched a video about a guy who like wrote a book, and he's into it. He covers this. He's been covering Central America migration for like 10 years or some shit.
Interesting.
And what I picked up from it was there were kids in cages when Obama was there. And the big problem was that the kids were in cages. Now, bear with me here. I just watched this video.
Right. Okay, continue.
Then Trump took over, and the big problem was that Trump separated the kids from their families. That was like the big problem there, that Trump was actively like, and that was something Obama didn't do, that Trump did that. And now the Biden problem is that there's like an unprecedented amount of people coming, and there's an unprecedented amount of like kids coming without parents.
Yeah,
Like-
that's what.
And I guess that's what the
Alex Jones thing was. Because
And there's just,
they're
like, kids
sending
showing
their
up at the
kids.
border.
Yeah, because they're being allowed to come in. Like it was different when
But
I guess when
so what it was though is that they're seeking refuge
right.
from like I guess like a failed state. Like a lot of them are coming from Guatemala, which is like the most murderous country in the world.
Yep, it is.
And when Trump was in office, that was like that's how they get in, is that they're seeking refuge, which is like a thing that we allow. And when Trump did it, he was like, "Okay, we'll let you in, but Mexico has to keep them in the refuge. Like they could seek refuge, but while they're waiting, they have to wait in Mexico." And I think now we're like, just let them in, and we'll get them refuge. But like, there's two. Does that make sense?
It
Kinda.
makes sense, but what I'm
Questions? Maybe ask me
what I'm having
things,
trouble
'cause I-
following is why would it be a bad thing to say wait in Mexico if the alternative is you're going to come in, stay in cages, and also
'Cause I think in
because
Mexico,
of
you
like
stay
the
in
way we're
dirt.
holding people. Yeah, but like you already like well, if you're going to be in cages and then like we're going to get like media scrutiny, when I mean at that point, it's a double like there's no win there. You know,
it's a no-win.
right? So like,
I
would
feel like
you rather just
I
be
feel
like,
like the
fuck it, come on in, like, run, just fucking run,
Well,
go?
I think
like,
Biden recently was he did an interview with it was mad funny. It was like he was saying this.
everything he says is funny.
It was
ridiculous.
just so old man like.
Well, he is an old man.
It was so old man like, and then he said like, I think George Stephanopoulos or the guy from ABC News.
Stephanopoulos.
Yeah, that Greek dude.
Yeah. He don't look Greek, by the way.
He got
but
a Greek ass name.
The Greekest name.
He does look a little Greek.
Fuck you. What are you talking about? You picture him when you think of Greece. I picture like Hercules.
Sure.
Like, you know, like a Adonis.
Yeah.
With like blue eyes and olive skin, something cool like that.
Okay.
I'm not picturing fucking George Stephanopoulos.
Well, whatever. He was like, these people are showing up and they're literally saying that they're coming here because like you're so soft and old. What do you think?
Are they literally saying that?
Yeah, like
Isn't he a lefty guy?
Huh?
Isn't he on the left, George Stephanopoulos? Yeah, he's left as fuck. I'm shocked he used those words.
I don't think he said soft and old.
Okay, well, you
I'm
said it.
paraphrasing.
All right, well, fuck. You're a
It was
pretty
ABC
literal guy.
News. He said, I don't know. But the gist of it was you're soft and old. So
I
like,
mean, that's what
I picked up
Seems
on.
to hold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was
Only
just
spot
like,
the lie.
no, that's not what happened.
He's like, no, that's not
And he's like,
it.
Yeah. But yeah, it seems like it wild.
It's well, the problem is, bro.
There's
like,
so many problems.
This
in
is
this
the way
country, bro.
I kind of look at it like this. Like, Biden comes in office. He makes all these promises. He's fucked pretty much every major promise he got voted in. He's just dicked off. Student loans, fucking all this shit. Dicked it off. Now, like, I feel like the Democrats took such a strong, and him in particular, took such a strong position on, like, open borders. You can't flip-flop on that one, and you just gotta, like, hold the path.
How do you?
Also, like, it seems to me, someone's gonna have to correct me, but we had this conversation about, like, voting if you're not like an American citizen. Like, aren't there laws trying to be passed so that you can vote if you're not legal? Isn't that a thing?
I feel like we need a fact check on that. That seems wild.
Yeah, I know. It does sound wild, but I think that's a thing. So then, like, conservative people are like, well, the Democrats just want to let everybody in so that they get, like, the Latino vote from South America to stack the whatever
Yeah,
the
but then the
numbers in their
Latinos
favor.
go to Miami and then they become Trumpers somehow.
I don't know. Maybe. Well, you talk to enough. Maybe. Depends. I don't know. Latinos are different. It's not all Latinos. Like those are Cubans down there in Miami.
Well, they Trump as hell. They Trump.
Yeah, well, they grew up in a fucking
Trump had
communist a fucking tyrant. So they're-
communism, liberal though.
exactly. So
How'd
they're
they go to-
anti. Oh, we got the video
Banned.
of Alex Jones. We
Banned
might get
video.
banned for playing Alex Jones on our fucking shit. But whatever. What up? Play it.
Well, wow, this is.
Technical difficulties.
There we go.
His voice kills me.
You got a car seat for them? You got a car seat? That's illegal, bro. Where are you taking these kids? That's illegal.
If you get in a traffic accident, those
Where
kids
are
are
you
going to get
taking these
hurt.
kids? You have a car seat.
That's illegal.
How is this Christian?
Hey, we need the police over here. They got a bunch
Where
of
you-
kids
where you
without their
taking
car
these kids?
seats. You're violating Texas law.
Who is this right here?
Hey,
You have no comment. See,
you
this
got
is
those
Christ
children
like.
there illegally.
You're about to run a human being over. Hey,
You got
who are
those children in
Who
there.
are you?
You got those
Who are
smuggled
you?
children illegally.
Who are you? Where are you taking these
You're
children?
smuggling children.
Are you part of
You
this
got to be legally in that vehicle.
You're not a part of this organization? Who are you? Where are you
We
taking
know you're
these
smuggling
kids?
these kids.
Where
Now
are you
got
taking
them
these
in the
kids?
back of there without children
Where are you
seats.
taking these kids? Sir, identify
This is
who
the
you
massive
are.
smuggling.
This is literally human smuggling. These are children. Where are you taking these kids?
And now,
I feel like I get it.
Where are
Yeah,
you
yeah,
taking
yeah,
kids?
stop.
they don't even have car seats.
Sir,
They don't have their seatbelts
Their
on.
seatbelts aren't even on.
They
Where are
break
you
all
taking
laws.
these children?
That's unfortunate. I didn't need that last visual.
Of all
Please
the kids
take
in
the cute kids
yeah.
off the screen. God damn.
they're adorable. Really cute kids.
That's the problem, bro.
Um,
They're just trying to get out of this murderous ass country.
I know. But isn't it crazy?
Can't we just let them go live somewhere, bro? They're getting
Sure.
murdered in their goddamn country.
Sure, but then they're running around fucking chill. What are these kids gonna do? They're just fucking alone and shit. You know, like my thing is like,
It's
why?
wild that
how
their
are we-
parents are probably like, this is better than fucking here.
right? But how are we still in a world where think about America, like this continent?
Why'd you just draw a fine?
Because that's the
ass
shape.
lady?
Like North and South America, North America, South America.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So North and South America, North America, Canada got their shit together. America, I mean, arguably has our shit together. Then you start to get down, and there's just cartels running,
Yeah.
like it's like the mob running when the
South
mob
of-
ran fucking America.
Once you go Mexico and
Except worse.
south, it just seems like you just can't even travel
So
there.
how are we still in a world where that's happening?
Because where are we, bro? That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm
Frankie,
saying.
You were gonna say some shit?
Well, there's just like another thing that because you guys are talking about this whole border thing. It's just like the catch and release thing was like, why the fuck did they get rid of that?
What catch?
Like,
What's catch and release?
It's like if someone gets arrested for a crime, and they go to the police station, they're like, oh, they're not from this country. They're not here legally. The catch and when Trump was in, he stopped the catch and release program, which was enacted, I think, in the Obama administration, and basically that act allows, if you're arrested, you're given a court date about a year later. So no matter what your crime is, like if it's like, assault or anything like that, you're given a court date to come back with your proof of documentation of how, and no one ever comes back to that court date.
yeah,
No,
because you have a crime.
yeah, and they're usually violent offenders, and like they're never going to come back. They don't have
Yeah,
an
you're not gonna
ID.
be like,
They're
here,
off
I'm
the
a
grid.
citizen, and put me in jail. Yeah, you're not
Right,
gonna do that.
exactly. So that was stopped under Trump, and then like 2 weeks into the administration, they got rid of that. It's like, what does that? How could that help anything? They're like, we have to stop deporting people out of the country. It's like, nah, not those people.
Right.
You know what
People
I'm
that commit.
saying?
If you're going to deport anybody, maybe people who commit crimes is a good place to start.
Right.
I would agree with that. But wait, I'm confused.
I'm so
Trump,
confused.
Trump took that away, the catch and release,
Trump
or he put
yeah,
that
no,
in.
Obama put it in place, which is catch and release. Is you catch them and then you release them to come back later. And then Trump's
Right.
like, nah, no more catch and release.
So
And
what
now
did
it's
Trump
back.
put in place?
Yeah, what did he do? So
He
then was
got
there-
rid of that. So now instead of releasing, he deported them back to their home country.
Oh,
So if you got caught
okay.
in a
Wait, I
crime-
apologize. So the catch and release, they weren't released into their home country. They were released back into America.
Yes, to come back to
Got it.
to whatever courthouse that they were assigned to in America.
Got it. The way I was picturing it was like they were released, like, leave the country, and then if you want to come back, then you can come back to court with proof that you are now legally a citizen. That's what
I don't know if this is in
I
the
heard
same
that wrong.
realm, but my liberal brain just got triggered, and I came up with the thought of like, I feel like under Trump though, like people who had been like living in the country for like 18 years with like families and shit, and were like 50 and 60 years old, were getting like deported under Trump.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like
I
a
have no
non-criminal
idea.
of just like they illegally came here like years ago, and then like they got caught and deported.
Yeah, I don't know.
There were like examples of that too, which I don't know if that I don't even know where that just came from, but it just came
well,
from
it sounds like whether it's true or not, it makes sense that like you would have heard it.
yeah,
You
exactly.
know, whether it's true or
The
not, it makes
corner's
sense
where
that
I
people
was-
would.
The
Right.
corner's where I roll from.
Right. No matter what, that sounds like something that would be said. Can we verify that? I have no idea.
can
It's not
try-
that important, but
It's not that important. See, that's what it all is. It's just like it's so complicated.
Right.
There's two sides of the story. We could barely piece this all together.
Right.
Like I'm almost just like this was just so dumb, but I'm almost like I'm kind of happy we at least had the conversation
Yeah.
because I'm like I have no fucking clue what's happening down there.
right. Like there's this is
Or
ju-
and you just spew your hot take of like there's
don't even-
kids in cages. And
right.
It's just like
but that's the thing. Like those are like the hot takes. Like those are like the reactions.
Yeah.
That's not what
when you
like,
get
the-
into it, no, everyone's just like I don't
Dude, I saw a quote today. This is way deeper than where we're at, but I'm gonna give you the quote. The tyranny is hold on, what is it? Tyranny is the removal of nuance. So like the tyranny would be like the polars, like the far right, far left would be like tyrannical with like the information that they give. Because like nothing's that black and white. Nothing's like, kids in cages. Like there's a reason they're in cages. Why are they in cages? Let's
Yeah.
figure that out. Like that's called nuance. There's nuance to all this shit. Like you're arguing about like this up here, but there's all this little shit underneath it that's like why that happened. Or like just have it like discussion.
About
I
the
think
wh-
this is great.
the why,
Right, the why. Exactly.
not the what.
Exactly.
Kids
like
are
the
in
kids in
cages.
cages, right? Perfect example. Like when that came out under Trump, it was like Trump built cages and they're just putting kids in cages. And it's like, wait a second. They were here already. It was already being done. You just hate Trump now. So like you're finding out about it. Let's get deeper than this.
Yeah.
You know, like that's a dumb.
It's like when you
way
find
to
out
look
that
at it.
Obama bombed a bunch of shit.
Like all the shit.
He bombed
right.
all the shit.
Right. But you never know that because the man was smooth as shit.
Exactly.
And the media loved him.
Barry was smooth as hell.
Right. Barry. That's a good name for him.
He was smooth, bro.
I call him Rock. Pussy. But yeah, he was smooth. The media liked him. You never heard bad shit about him. You only hear bad shit about Biden from like Fox. I feel like nobody else really talks about his like brain gaps.
Yeah.
You know, you don't really hear that shit.
You don't hear
You
that
hear
shit.
it on like New York Post. We gotta like go on New York Post and Twitter to find all the dumb shit.
Well,
that
that's why
he
Twitter's
says.
the best.
Yeah, Twitter's
because
great
you
for
get
that.
all the shit. You just get the full spectrum of everyone's thoughts, and then you just have
Right.
to formulate your own.
Right, but the problem,
Which is like a fucked up way to do it, but also it's just like you just get a bunch of
Yeah.
opinions, and you're like, all right, that's way over there. That's way over there. I'm gonna be over here.
right. But I actually heard I was listening to something on Ricky Gervais today, and he was talking about Twitter, and it kind of makes sense, but it's entertaining. But it's the kind of the truth is like Twitter isn't the whole spectrum. It's like the two ends of the spectrum, really, just
Yeah.
in one place.
Yeah.
It's not like all the middle. Like no centrist guy is like going on a Twitter rampage and like
Yeah,
people
'cause they
are
don't
listening
care
to-
enough.
Right, they don't give a fuck enough. It's the it's the polar people.
That's the silent minority or silent majority, loud minority. thing.
Loud minority. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, bro.
Casual segue here out of this.
Word up.
I grabbed this downstairs.
Oh yeah, good Cologne.
This is a cologne that I feel like we sprayed at the height of our clubbing days.
Oh yeah,
And just this.
Jean-Paul Gaultier.
Yeah, what is this one?
Jean-Paul Gaultier.
What were the colognes that I feel like I was just in the Cornmeal bathroom taking a piss,
Mm-hmm.
and like on the shelf there's just so many products.
It's all our
And
old
some of the
colognes.
products have been there for like I would bet I
Ever.
could go find both Derek Jeter Driven in your bathroom
100%.
and
black
Usher.
black and white.
Yeah.
Usher might have ran out. But
I used
Usher was
to-
there at one point.
The only the cologne I ever had was Usher cologne
That's such an East Meadow cologne.
and Driven. The Derek
Driven
Jeter
was
cologne.
great. Driven, I had like 90 of them.
Do you think Usher sprays Usher?
No way, bro.
That's-
Still? Does he still have cologne? Is Usher still a thing? No way.
Definitely.
Yeah, dude, Usher was just in the news today.
For what?
He went to a strip club. Wait, let's get a whiff of that. Dude, that's still nice.
What is that? That smells like we're
That
about to
smells-
go to the. That smells like we're about to go to.
That smells like
Sandbar.
that smells like Fire Island
Yeah,
to me.
baby.
I used to bring that one to Fire Island. You know why? Because read it. It's the summer edition.
Isn't this? Didn't you used to tell me this is a hermaphrodite? Fucking
What?
freak.
Why the fuck would I have said that? That's a man with a dick.
Isn't a hermaphrodite when you what's it? Oh, pheromones. What's a hermaphrodite?
Hermaphrodite is someone who has male and female genitalia.
Oh,
Definitely not a hermaphrodite.
Low-key though.
I
Could
said
be. That's a
colo-
Ken little dick, but it could be a,
That is a
a
Ken.
vag.
I mean, that's a dick.
Could be a big vag.
It's a dick. Because there's a woman one they have and it's got tits.
Right.
So you know that's a dick. What kind of vages are you encountering
I'm just saying.
that they're protruding like this?
If I was a
Oh,
hermaphrodite,
Frankie, turn
I'm
the
just
fucking
saying.
camera over here.
Didn't you just
No
say?
one thinks this is a vagine.
If I was a hermaphrodite though, and I had a little of both, that'd be the perfect middle.
That would be a perfect. What are you trying to say? Are you dick shaming people whose dicks don't look this protrusive?
I'm just saying I don't know what a hermaphrodite is, but if I did know what it was, I'm saying that could be
Wait, this is. Oh, he's got cheeks too.
she or he.
He has cheeks.
Maybe they.
Yeah. Now I bet you they eliminated this brand from production because there's man and female fucking bodies. They probably have just a circle they sell you
Smells
with
so
a nipple
good
on
in
it.
here. Damn.
Yeah, it smells
Let's drink
sexy in
some
here.
rocket fuels and
Smells
fucking
sexy in here.
scream and shit.
No, but the pheromone thing was I got this cologne from Italy. Me and Frankie. It was called Sex, and it had
Fuck
pheromones in it.
That's not the word.
What?
Think about it.
Pheromones
not the
is the
word.
one where you smell and you want to fuck.
Yes.
No, that's not.
Yes, that's pheromones.
Aphrodisiac.
No,
Oh.
pheromones are a natural aphrodisiac. An aphrodisiac is something that gets you horny. Pheromones are something that gets you horny. So eat a dick. Lawyered.
Nice.
Checkmate. Don't talk to me about pheromones, bro.
Also, circle back to that Italian cologne just called Sex.
Well, yeah, we bought it when we were like 13. It was-
Jesus
smelled-
Christ.
We didn't. I mean, we
You
didn't buy
horny
it for
little
sex.
bastards.
We just bought it because it smelled good. We learned.
It probably smelled gross.
No, it smells great. We still have some of it.
Really?
Oh my gosh, it smells good.
Really?
Frankie, can you go get sex?
Does it make you want to fuck?
I don't know.
No.
You know. I want to fuck. I don't want to fuck. You always a little bit want to. You'd always like you're down a little bit at all times.
Does it
so
turn you over the edge though?
It could.
Cool.
Weirder things have turned me over the edge.
Gotcha.
You know, a gust of wind has turned me over the edge.
Italian sandwiches.
Definitely over the edge. What's next? I feel like we got like one more thing.
Yeah.
We have these bottom two.
We also have the robots.
Oh, and the robots. Let's talk about the robots because I feel like we've been talking a little bit about like the end of the world,
Yeah.
and this feels like a start.
It honestly feels like the end of the world. There's another, we don't have to get into it, but there's another school shooting today
Yeah.
in Kentucky.
Way to keep it light.
But it's, dude,
I know.
this fucking place.
I know. This place is a fucking.
You can't
mess.
keep it light anymore.
Yeah, but the problem is
if you're keeping it light, you're lying to yourself.
You're right.
If you keep it light, you are fucking lying to yourself.
You're right.
This place is fucked up. You should care about it.
You should care.
Stop ditzy dallying, drifting along.
It's ditty dallying. Also,
I can't think of words today.
you're rough.
It's this cologne. I'm fucked up.
You're all horny.
I'm horny as shit.
Yo, I forgot what I was gonna fucking say, but whatever. It's not important. But yeah, Domino's is using robot like autonomous
Cars.
vehicles
Yeah.
to deliver pizza. Also, the way it describes it, it's like a small vehicle, and it shows up. You have to put a pin in, and then the pizza comes out of the center, it like opens up, and it goes, oh,
Yeah.
and like rises up out of it.
Kind of about that life.
Kind of dope.
It said
but-
presents. I laughed. The ceiling door opens upwards, and the pie is presented to the customer.
Right. But my thing is, when the vaccine activates all the army, you're telling me
Okay.
they're not activated? Pizzas are going to start fucking you up.
I
You
did
think you're
also-
getting a pizza, you're getting dead.
It's just a gun.
I think it just explodes.
It's a
No, that'd be
pepperoni.
inefficient. It shoots your ass.
It's just the pizza opens, and it's just a
Or it just injects you with the vaccine and turns you into one of its zombie peeps.
damn.
Whoa.
I really am not behind the vaccine. The one conspiracy theory I can't get behind is the vaccine turning you into a zombie.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Mainly because it's
Probably.
coursing through my veins.
well, it would really suck if you got the vaccine, also deeply believed that conspiracy.
Yeah.
That'd be a pretty
I can't be
rough
into it.
struggle. Yeah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
Frankie, does me having the vaccine in your presence like make you uncomfy?
No.
He's like, I got guns. Oh, but yeah, dude, that's pretty crazy. That's starting already with the autonomous vehicle.
I feel like that happened already in It's gonna take one autonomous vehicle to kill one little girl,
Well, yeah.
one little
Yeah.
white girl. Let's get specific.
Whoa.
We got some issues in this country,
Oh
Joe.
my God, yeah. But
Let's
like,
be honest.
I like
Maybe
to think,
nowadays.
I like to think that's kind of not the case anymore. I would listen in today's political climate. If a black girl gets hit by an autonomous vehicle, it's gonna be everywhere. Racist autonomous vehicle kills black girl baby. Like it'll be
True.
everywhere.
5 years ago, though, we would have let it slide.
Right. Probably
Yeah.
until it was a white girl. Then we'd stop the vehicles for sure. But dude, so the city that they're testing, this is like a test run that they're doing. The city they're doing it in is like top 3 in car deaths in the country. So it's going to be, they were like, ooh, we're kind of nervous because it's going to have to navigate some very tricky challenges. It's like, maybe we should pick Wyoming. Maybe
Probably.
somewhere with like a 14-person population. Nothing could go wrong. Test it out there.
Yeah, but if you succeed in the high population, you know it's
but
gonna work.
Inch up to that, right?
Go big or go home.
If you succeed in the major leagues,
Risk it
you're a
for the
professional
biscuit.
baseball player, but you can't do that when you're 7.
I don't know if I followed that one. You can't do that when you're 7?
You can't. You said
Oh,
if
'cause
you
it's so
succeed
young?
if you succeed in the big city, then it works.
Yeah.
Okay, if I can hit a 99-mile-an-hour fastball in Yankee Stadium, I could play for the Yankees. But when I'm 13 trying out for my middle school team, you shouldn't just throw me to the fucking Yankees. I can't
Right.
do that shit. I'm so mad I had to explain that one. That was a tough
It's just
one.
it's a new thing.
Yeah, it's all right.
I think that we're taking the robots and jobs are going to be a weird thing that happens in our lifetime.
It is. We're in a weird spot, but
We're in a weird spot.
as someone whose job is 98%, I think it said was going to get taken over by robots, I'm pretty much at the spot of like, yo, it's going to happen anyway. Like, there's jobs that 40 years ago, there were jobs that are no longer existing. Like, people used to like hand screw on the like cap of toothpaste before it went in the box. Now there's machines doing that shit. Like, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
And the more you fight it, I'm about to get into the alien thing a little bit. But
How?
I'll explain. The more you fight like the progression of technology in that way, the further back you keep us as far as like fucking with our resources. And I'll explain. There's this whole theory. It's called like the 100-year. It's like 100-year stalemate or something they call it in one of these alien documentaries I was fucking watching. And yeah, so tons of credibility here. But I was watching this thing and it basically says that because of like oil industries and the whole argument is that we supposedly have technology that is of super fucking technology that we could be using that would solve like our energy crisis, it would solve the environment crisis, like whatever. But we don't, the government buries it because of these industries. So my thought is like the more you kind of fight technological innovation, like the longer it's going to take for us to get there. Because like oil jobs are one of the jobs that are going to go away. Guess what? They might have to fucking go, bro. Sorry. Eventually. Maybe not right now, but eventually,
Yeah.
So that's like the way I think about it.
Interesting. Just taking all that in.
You learn a lot from aliens,
What did the aliens have to do with it?
We don't have to get into the alien nitty-gritty.
It was
It was their technology.
Oh, they have
from
the
crashes and shit that we found and developed and shit. Area
Right.
51 type shit.
I'm with a lot of the things, but do you ever think that just like sometimes like 98% of the stuff you consume is just like utter shit? No offense.
I had a situation.
Like, no offense. Like,
No, yeah.
honestly, sometimes you surprise. Like, I'm just like, that surprisingly makes a ton of sense.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes I'm just like, what do you watch, dude?
So I actually had an incident this
like,
weekend.
you have an answer for everything, and it's always something I've never fucking heard of.
So I had an incident this weekend because the most recent couple of documentaries I watched are from this guy, Stephen Greer. And it's this guy. And Joe Rogan, years ago, like in 2013, had him on his podcast. So these are new documentaries that we watched. They blew me and Frankie's minds. We started looking into them, whatever. And so I saw that he was on Joe Rogan. The episode got removed from Spotify and YouTube, though, so it's gone. But I found it on some random website, so I started listening to it. And Joe Rogan kind of like shit on this guy. And like did not buy into any of his shit. But like Joe Rogan's a huge alien guy. But he was like denouncing the possibility of aliens. But this was years ago because my recent shit that I listened with Joe Rogan, he's like all for aliens. Like he's like, yeah, aliens. So it threw me off because I'm like watching him shit on this guy. and
After
all
you
this
bought
shit.
in already.
Right, and then I actually listened to another podcast where he actively shit on that guy to somebody else. So I was like, "Oh shit!" Like I'm looking in the mirror, I'm like, I might be into a little too deep here. But
listen.
fuck it.
You're allowed to consume things and change your mind.
Right, and I'd also
You don't have
rather
to
be.
believe everything you watch.
Yeah, but I
about
do.
aliens.
But I do. But it's like I'd rather be in too deep on this than like
Like all
Trazzle
of,
Trip. You know,
Sure. Right.
Frankie, we say Trazzle Trip now so that we
Yeah.
don't get
Loophole.
canceled.
Loophole.
Yeah, loophole.
Yeah, I gotta go down at least a little bit of a rabbit hole.
You
to
should watch
catch
the
up.
things I'm talking about. They're entertaining at the least.
Yeah.
At the very least, they're fucking fun as hell to
Sure,
watch.
I'm with it.
Fun as hell.
We're gonna wrap up there because I honestly think I'm having an allergic reaction to this. My eyes starting to get itchy from this cologne.
Really? Oh shit. All right, good. Yeah, we got nothing left anyway.
Yeah.
All right.
Have a good week, y'all. We'll talk to you next week. Stay frosty.
Sure.